Alright, y'all. So today we're going to honor the life of Thomas L. Cottingham, aka Cannibal. He was a Delaware juggalo. He could rap. He was a local rap artist. And today we're going to talk about how he unselfishly put himself in harm's way protecting a woman and her daughter at Rodney Square. And I actually was there for the whole entire incident. I saw it. So basically, I'm gonna take y'all to September 14th, 2015. Get off the work van. They let us out of Rodney Square. See a few guys I know. We stand there and we sit in the back talking. We stand there talking. And Thomas is one of the guys that's there, and I don't know him personally, but he asked me something about work. So I was telling him, where the job is at, how to get on, bring your ID, bring boots, bring a lunch, stuff like that. And I actually put him on, with the job or whatever. Then another guy, asked him to run to the liquor store for him, and anybody that knows, how we do it, if somebody go to the liquor store for you, you're automatically buying that person a drink, you know what I mean? So he goes to the liquor store down on Walnut, 11th and Walnut. He goes to the liquor store, he buys a couple beers and he comes back, couple shots and he comes back. Now I'm standing there talking to the guys. Next thing you know, we hear, he got a knife. Out of nowhere, there's a woman. Everybody turns to the right and looks and sees this woman running with her stroller, zigzagging with her baby in the stroller, like running in zigzag lines to get up out of there, away from this guy. Now the guy, he's walking and he's chasing her, but he's like not running. He's walking in like a stride, taking like big long strideful steps as he's approaching, and he keep lifting the knife in the air and putting it down. Lifting the knife in the air and putting it down. And one thing he said was like, your whole hood bugging. He was like, your whole hood bugging. So, everybody kind of migrated down there. So now we were standing on 10th Street, on the 10th Street side of Rodney Square. And everybody, this was going on like the corner of 10th and King, which is the block that borders it. So we all migrate down there. I actually see the woman and know who that is. Like, I know her personally. It's one of my peoples, And I come over there and I put my arm over her shoulder. She's crying. And I'm like, I'm right here. The guy I'm telling her, the man not going to hurt you. I'm right here. Mind you, I got a baby pocket knife in my pocket. So I look over at the guy because I don't want this cat to even really like focus attention on me. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Dude had a big knife in his hand, like a Rambo knife. Longest type of knife that I seen. It wasn't a sword. And it was like army green and it had ridges in the side of it. So I'm not trying to make eye contact with this dude, but I look him in his face. Dude standing there, he tall guy, he not saying nothing. And I notice he got this red tattoo under his eye, under his left eye. Now, I'm thinking that means something like either he in the gang, he in the blood gang, or it's like something to represent like he caught a body or something. But either way, I'm looking at this dude in his face and he looked like he zooted out, like off PCP or bath salts or something, K2 or something. Dude was definitely like on something. And as he's standing there, he ain't saying nothing. And the woman, she started crying, saying, I don't even know you, I don't even know you, And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Thomas comes running up. He run up and he cuts and intervenes in between the woman and the man, even though the man's standing back. And he like, whoa, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? He's scaring a woman and a child. They don't even know you. And we looked at the guy's name is Calvin Hooker, third. Calvin Hooker the third. So he looks over at the guy. The guy like hunches his shoulders and says, "So what you saying, yo?" And Thomas repeated himself. "Yo, you're scaring a woman and her children. You're scaring a woman and her daughter. She doesn't even know you." You know, and the guy, Calvin, he finally responded in a normal way, but he was like, he said he put his head down, like in shame, and he was like, "Man, jokers just jumped on me, took all my stuff, and that's all he said. Jokers jumped on him and took all his stuff." And Thomas turned around, turned his back to him, bent over and started tying his sneakers up. Now, when Calvin saw him tying his sneakers up, he instantly raised the knife in the air in a rage in his eyes and ran over and slammed it into the back of his neck. Now, instantly, as soon as me and the crowd saw that, like the crowd, we all stepped up a little bit, like, you know. And that's, I ain't gonna front with y'all, like that's when a little bit of fear, like a whole lot of fear got in my chest, like I felt the feeling. As soon as I stepped up, took that first step towards him, I kind of felt the danger. I ain't gonna lie, I stepped back, and he took the knife and hit him in the back of the neck like a few times, like boom, boom, boom. Then he hit him in his rib cage, and now the whole time the man's like turning around, like trying to get away from him, like fidgeting around trying to get away from him. Then he hit him in his rib cage. Boom! Now I'm looking at actual rib cages, like pearly white rib cages, and I'm seeing muscle. That stringy red muscle, it really looks like that in real life. Like, you know, Thomas is swimming to get away from the guy, so he finally runs and breaks away from him. Now they cut this corner right here, and as Calvin's like chasing him, he's steady pulling him back by his shirt. Poking him with the knife, like pulling him back with his left hand, poking him with the right hand, and his back and stuff, like hitting him. And he's still running, getting away, and then he slams him on the ground. He's stabbing him in his back. Thomas is still fighting. He gets up off the ground and runs a little bit more. He gets away from him a little bit more. Calvin's right up on him again, and he grabs him by the shirt and slams him to the ground. Like, so now his shirt is like kind of off of him. It's like halfway on, halfway off, like his back is exposed. But he slammed him on the ground, and then I just stood over top of him and just was hitting him repeatedly in his back. So now the crowd of people, me and the rest of the people, we finally just migrate up to where it's going at. But I'm staying at a safe distance away. I'm standing in the street. And he's steady hawking the guy down. And a lady's next to me, some tall lady, and she just bust out crying. Like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And she's standing next to me. We notice Calvin looks up and he backs the crowd up. And he looks over in our direction while he's doing that. That's when I grabbed the lady up, throwing her from a canopy. She's crying, she's standing next to me. I grabbed her up, I put my arm around her and said, "Lady, it's time to go." So I took her around to King Street side by all the buses to get her out of danger and, to get myself out of danger. Then I'm sitting there and I'm trying to console the woman who initially was being chased. And I'm telling her, you don't gotta cry, it's all right. But we actually all stood there and watched the man bleed out and die. Rest in peace to him, man. I remember, he had a full beard. He had, the lumberjack beard, the full beard. Now, if you see in these pictures, he doesn't wear the beard fully. He has it cut down. But that night, he had his full beard in, the lumberjack type beard. And he literally, rest in peace, he passed away with the shocked look on his eyes. He was in terror. And it looked like he couldn't believe it was happening to him. And we literally watched him go from laying there breathing to just stop breathing. And then it's like he just laid there. They took a while to come get him up off the curb, to the point where like me and the other people started getting upset with him. Like they had let him lay out there so long that by the time they got there, then they wanted to start trying to resuscitate him and bring him back. But like, me and the other crowd were really pissed by it. They're like, yo, man, that man's gone. Y'all took too long, man. Y'all could have saved him, but y'all took too long. And the guy, Calvin, he walks off. He walked off and went up the street. I didn't see all of that where he went after that. But as it says in the paper, it says like he went and got on a bus, like a bus that was parked. And I don't know if they was on like break or whatever, but the bus was just parked on 9th Street, 9th and Market. And so he walked in, just got on the bus, sat down, noticed that the bus wasn't pulling off, and he got up and walked off the bus and then walked down the street somewhere and like walked past a business, and then a lady noticed he had like a bloody knife in his pocket. And, she called the cops and identified him or whatever. And then as the cops arrived, they pulled their guns out on him. Dude just said, yo, just shoot me. Just shoot me. I did it. Just shoot me. Like he admitted he did it right then and there on the spot and was telling the cops to shoot him. Mind you, I didn't see all that part right there. I only saw what actually took place at Riding Square. But, from what they said in the paper, and everything, like, he said he admitted it. They said he admitted it on the spot, was out of his mind, and told him to shoot him, and they didn't shoot him. And they apprehended him, and I think he pled, like, insanity or something like that. Like, I think he pled insanity or something and admitted to it. And I think they gave him, like, about 46 years. I think we gave about 46 years for that. And rest in peace to Thomas L. Cottingham, because like he really was a hero, true hero, and he will always be remembered as that. So rest in peace to him.